I have discovered the theory of happiness. Gratitude creates happiness exponentially. The formula is this: H equals MRG². Now, much like Einstein's theory of relativity, I have reduced this theory into a formula that you can use in your life right now and daily to kind of analyze and assess your happiness. The goal in life is to be the happiest person in the room. With this formula, you can choose to be happy anytime, anywhere, no matter what is happening for your life. H equals MRG². So let's break this down. Happiness is the meaning of life. There is no better or greater or more worthwhile meaning for you to pursue than the pursuit of happiness. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Good Problems Podcast. In today's episode, we are going to discuss my theory of happiness. I'm excited to share with you that I have discovered the theory of happiness. Now, as you may have seen in previous posts, happiness is the meaning of life. Happiness is the goal in life. You don't want to be the richest person in the room. You don't want to be the oldest person in the room. You don't want to be the person with the most kids in the room or the biggest family in the room. You don't want to be the most successful person at your profession. That's not the goal in life. The goal in life is to be the happiest person in the room. Now, much like Einstein's theory of relativity, I have reduced this theory into a formula that you can use in your life right now and daily to kind of analyze and assess your happiness and practice more happiness in your life. The theory is this, or the formula is this: H equals MRG². Okay? H equals MRG². So let's break this down. H equals happiness, right? And that's the ultimate goal. So we want to achieve H. How do we do that? We multiply the meaningful relationships in our lives, which is MR, times gratitude squared. So meaningful relationships multiplied by gratitude squared equals happiness, okay? So it means how happy you are is a factor of the meaningful relationships in your life multiplied by how much gratitude you have squared. Now, why is this theory important? Well, first let's start with H. Happiness is what we want to achieve. Happiness is the goal in life. Happiness is the meaning of life. There is no better or greater or more worthwhile meaning for you to pursue than the pursuit of happiness. When the founding fathers of the United States drafted the Declaration of Independence, they stated that, quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all persons are created equal, and they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." They don't say the pursuit of money. They don't say the pursuit of longevity. They don't even say the pursuit of family, right? Or the pursuit of doing good in your community. And these are all very worthwhile pursuits. But they chose to say that you have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I've stated in previous posts that I put a lot of weight in the word happiness in the Declaration of Independence. I mean, these guys, this was a deliberately drafted document, and they deliberated and they argued for which words are going to appear in this document, and they reached the conclusion that happiness should be the word. Happiness should be the goal. Happiness should be the ultimate pursuit. So H is what we want to achieve in this formula for happiness, right? In this theory of happiness, we want to achieve H. That's our goal. So how do we do that, right? How do we achieve happiness? Well, happiness requires meaningful relationships. As human beings, we are the most social animals on the planet. We love connecting with others, and our brains feel the most joy when we interact with other people, with other animals, in fact. That is why eye contact is such a beneficial thing for human beings. Eye contact has been shown to activate the cortical structures of the brain that are responsible for emotional arousal, right? This all has to do with the amygdala portion of the brain, the emotional hub of the brain, right? So the point here is that human beings are one of the most social animals, or the most social animals on the planet. And that's why meaningful relationships is in this formula, in this theory of happiness. Okay? On the flip side, isolation, right, is tremendously bad for human health. According to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control in the United States, isolation and loneliness have been linked to tremendous health risks, right? Things such as heart disease and stroke, type 2 diabetes, depression and anxiety, addiction, self-harm, dementia, and early death have all been linked to isolation, right? So you see on one hand that meaningful relationships, right, and for example, having eye contact with other people is tremendously beneficial to our brains and to our health. And the lack of meaningful relationships, or isolation or loneliness, is tremendously deleterious, or tremendously negatively impacts our health. And that's why meaningful relationships is one of the core critical factors to happiness. Okay, H equals MRG squared. MR stands for meaningful relationships. So meaningful relationships is one of the most important factors and indicators of happiness. So now let's talk about gratitude. As I discuss throughout the book, Good Problems to Have, gratitude is required for happiness. Gratitude is a choice. Being thankful and being grateful is a choice. Of course, bad things happen in life. However, as long as you are alive, your problems are good problems to have. And through this perspective, you can allow yourself to feel grateful and have tremendous gratitude no matter your circumstances, no matter what's happening. And if you adopt this powerful mindset of gratitude, you can be grateful no matter what. But the question then becomes, in this formula of H equals MRG squared, why are we squaring gratitude? Why are we multiplying gratitude by itself? Well, the reason is because gratitude creates happiness exponentially. Meaningful relationships are important, and the more meaningful relationships a person has, the happier they will be, no doubt about that. But gratitude aspect is even more powerful, and a more powerful factor and indicator of your happiness. The more gratitude a person feels, the happier they are exponentially. Relationships come and go, even meaningful ones. But gratitude and being grateful is a mindset that you can have in your life forever, no matter what's happening. It's a constant. But gratitude and being grateful is a mindset that can be everlasting, and you can adopt this mindset and continue to have it throughout your life. The more gratitude a person expresses for the blessings in their life, for the good things in their life, the happier they feel, and the easier it is to express more gratitude, constantly building on top of itself. Now, of course, this isn't an exact science, right? This is a theory. However, I'm here to tell you that gratitude is so important. That's why we are squaring gratitude in the happiness formula. As I discussed in chapter 2 of the book, Good Problems to Have, you have an opportunity to feel so much gratitude that it becomes so powerful and so immense that it may even bring tears of joy to you, right? You may even start crying during your morning meditation, for example, or even just spontaneously start crying because you feel so grateful. And this is fine. This is a perfectly good state of being to be in. Right? You can feel that kind of immense gratitude for the blessings that you have, right? For having a roof over your head, for your ability to be able to move your arms, for your ability to be able to talk and feel and think. These are all things to be grateful for. And again, I understand that things happen in life that are negative. However, you need to have a positive perspective on your problems, right? You need to understand that your problems, no matter their degree and magnitude, are good problems to have. And through this perspective, you give yourself the ability to feel gratitude forever and no matter what. And that's why it is such a powerful emotional state. It is such a powerful mindset. This is something that exponentially increases your happiness. Gratitude is the most potent and powerful emotion that continually builds on top of itself. It exponentially increases your happiness, and that's why it is in the formula the way that it is. The factor of gratitude is squared. So I encourage you to keep this formula in mind. And anytime that you're feeling less happy, go back to this formula and analyze your meaningful relationships and analyze your level of gratitude. Because I'm here to tell you that this is the formula and this is the absolute theory to happiness. With this formula, you can choose to be happy anytime, anywhere, no matter what is happening for your life. Thanks for listening. I'm David Nima, lawyer and happiness coach. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Good Problems podcast on YouTube and Instagram, and I will see you in the next episode.